Are you missing a very important part of your genealogy research? It could be stalling your research. Hi, I'm Lisa Liston with Are You My Cousin, where I strive to take the overwhelm out of your genealogy research. And today we're going to be talking about a very common mistakes that genealogy researchers make and how to avoid it and how to hopefully unstick your genealogy research. So before we do that, if you'll hit that subscribe button, bottom right hand corner, I would love it because that way you won't miss any of the videos that I post here on the Are You My Cousin YouTube channel. Okay, so are you failing to do this one thing, and is it keeping your research from moving forward? A very common mistake that I see with genealogy researchers, particularly starting out, but even some folks who've been doing it for a long time, is they fail to get the family knowledge. They fail to ask, what does the family already know about this particular person, about this particular family line? What could they know that would help me out, that would save me time in researching? Now, some of you longtime listeners probably have heard this story, but it illustrates it so well. I'm going to share it again here for those who haven't heard me before. I was researching starting out, and I started to research a family line, and that surname was Howard. Pretty easy name, right? Howard. Kind of a common name, but not so bad really in the area I was researching. It was because we were all related, it seemed like. And so I started researching, and I found all the birth, marriage, death. I even, I had found everybody in the census record. And then I got stuck. I could only get back to the early 1900s on that census record. And I got stuck. I thought this is kind of odd because the family's been there for a lot of years. I had some oral history. So I knew that family had been in the area for a very long time. And I kept looking up Howard, and I kept trying, and I kept switching that name around. And eventually, I did find them in the early 1900s in the census record. And their name was not Howard, their surname. It was Harwood, Harward. Okay, again, not so different, right? I thought, oh, it's just a transcription error. That was all that was. So I keep going on researching, and again, I got stuck. They were not Howard. So I thought, okay, well, if I can't find Howard, but I know they're there, I tried Harwood again. There they were. And I kept finding record after record after record with the surname of Harwood. Well, I was so excited. I was like, oh, wow, look, they've had a name change. Look what I figured out. I was, really proud of myself because I had figured out that, the family had a name change. And so I was really excited, and I told my family that, my mom and, some other family members, and they were like, oh, we didn't tell you that? You didn't know that already? I'm like, no, I didn't know that the family was known by another name originally. They're like, oh yeah, we kind of forgot about it. I guess we could have, told you about it. So I thought, here I've done all this research. I'd spent a lot of time trying to decipher what was going on. And the family already knew. They could have told me in 2 seconds flat if I had just asked. And said, I can't find them. Anybody know anything? So here's what I did, how I used that, learned from the next time around. So the next time I got stuck like that, and I couldn't find my great-grandfather. Now again, the last name was White. And when you're researching the last name of White, that surname of White, it's very tricky here in North Carolina because there are so many of them. Well, I found his wife, and I found his older children in the census record, but he was nowhere to be found. So I did a little bit of digging, but I didn't find anything. So I thought, you know what? I'm not doing what I did the first time around. I'm going to ask. So I got in touch with my aunt, and I said, by the way, I cannot find Abe in the census, but Stella's there. And I knew he hadn't died, guys. Living relatives, knew him, so we knew he was still alive. She goes, oh, Lisa, that's so easy. She goes, it was off farming season, so he went with my father. Actually, they were in Tennessee building highways, and that's what he was doing to supplement his farming income. So see, I asked what the family knew. I got to a problem, And I asked the family, I asked people who knew him and said, hey, what do I do? You know, why is this way? And so she was able to get me going again. And then I didn't worry so much about losing him in the census record. So the point I'm trying to kind of wrap all this up for you guys is make sure you're asking the family what they know. Now, once you've exhausted that, and I get that, sometimes there's just not a lot out there, but as you're researching and you come across other researchers, collateral researchers, or researching those other sidelines, ask them what the family knew, or what their, any kinds of oral history. Always ask for that, because they may have those answers that are very quick, very simple, that maybe it's just such common knowledge in a family, but it didn't ever come down your side of the family, so it's not common knowledge on your side of the family. So make sure you're having those conversations. Genealogists, I know we get really stuck online sometimes. We get really stuck in the archives, which is a fabulous place to be. But I think sometimes we fail to talk to other researchers who are researching the same lines and work collaboratively on that. So there you have it, guys. Make sure you're checking out what the family knows, what the collateral family knows, and don't waste time researching when the answer is really just a quick phone call away. Okay, guys, I would love to hear some of your fun experiences when it comes to some of those, what the family knew that you didn't know, that didn't come down your side of the family. It can be quite comical sometimes as we learn some of these interesting facts about the family. And before you head off to start your research for today, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button. You won't miss anything that I post here at the Are You My Cousin YouTube channel. Have a great day, guys. Bye.